I believe our society and our cultural norm, and patriarchy in particular, puts very restrictive lines around how you can love. So here we are taught, based on our culture, that monogamy is the only valid form of a relationship. It's an exclusive love, and you're not allowed to share that intimacy with other people. And by having those restrictive lines, it inhibits us from expressing our love in the many ways that we could. And if we believe that long enough, then we actually never question whether we have the potential and capacity to love in other ways. Radical love, some people use the word monogamy, open relationships, non-monogamy, open relationships, or polyamory. What I prefer to use is radical love. And the definition is basically the freedom to love who you want, how you want, the way you want, and as many as you want, so long as personal integrity, consent, communication, and honesty are at the core of any and all those relationships. I'm not necessarily advocating open, although that is what I practiced, and that I wanted to show people some guidelines of how to do that responsibly and how to make it last, how to do it sustainably. I still felt that there's many ways to love. There isn't just one way to love. It's not, sexual love isn't the highest love. It's one way to be loving with someone. So I felt like, what if we could cultivate a number of multiple relationships, be it a friend, be it platonic, be it sexual, be it romantic, be it whatever you define it. I think that would really revolutionize and really smash the paradigm, and give people the freedom to examine all of their relationships as potentially intimate, potentially revolutionary, and potentially meaningful. And not just the relationship you have with the person who is your boyfriend. I'm talking about the relationship you have with your grandmother, and I'm talking about the relationship you have with your friends, and all those other relationships that seem to get put at the bottom. You know how they say we only use 10% of our brain, that we have this 90% capacity of our brain that we've never tapped into? I believe that's the same for the heart. I believe that we actually are only using about some small percentage of our heart, and that we actually have an enormous capacity to love, and to express that love in a number of ways, whether it's love letters or, prayer, meditation, a meal cooked for someone you care about. There's ways to infuse love and loving intention into everything we do, and to create, hopefully, a more loving world.